Good evening, gamers. Welcome to One More Game podcast. This is episode 25 on September 11th, 2022. It's been a bit, but I am your host, theStroke, and I am here with you on the first weekend of the new NFL season with my good buddy Swift. Swiftmida, how's it going, man?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Oh, I'm not watching the Cowboys game right now, but
Yeah, I was about to say I'm surprised you're here and didn't skip out for the Cowboys game.
yeah, no
But
spoilers.
I'm actually feeling pretty good because the Washington Commanders won today, and also I hit a 5-way parlay for anytime touchdown scorers, $10, and it won me $335.
Nice work out there, a resident
Nice.
Yes, sir.
gambler. You also heard there.
Yes,
I'm Pickle
sir.
Matt, dude. Welcome. How's life treating you since we took a little vacay?
Oh, it was good, man. Good break, good long weekend last weekend. And then I got to watch the Packers get destroyed by the Vikings somehow today. So that put a damper on things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good things on the horizon for Packer fans, I guess.
And
Yeesh.
somehow the Bears came back and won.
Yeah, it'll be a
I
weird
couldn't
year.
believe it.
Well, if you're here in the chat
we'll
or
see.
joining us as a listener, thank you for your support. We did take a week off, so I know you didn't get your gaming news. Hopefully you survived, but we're back. Sometimes you just gotta enjoy the holiday.
We're back.
And what'd you guys do? You guys were, I know Pickle Matt was at a resort somewhere, I believe.
Yeah, we went to a Hilton resort up in Santa Fe and just kind of hung out by the pool and enjoyed a bigger city than where we normally live. Went to Trader Joe's and stuff like that. So just kind of a relaxing weekend. It was good.
Yeah, Home
Nice.
Depot, Bed Bath and Beyond, very nice.
Yeah.
And Swift, what were you partaking in?
We drove to California. Went to visit Shen's cousin out in San Clemente. Hang out by the beach. It's funny because California right now is going through what they call a heat wave. And Shan and I showed up from Phoenix and we were like, oh man, it's nice out. Everybody else is dying.
Yeah, Jen took Liam to Minnesota for the state fair and to visit family, and he gets there, and he grew up in South Carolina and then Dallas, right? So he gets there, and I think it
Yeah.
was like 70-something degrees, and he's like, "It's so cold. Can I have a jacket?"
Oh no, he's gonna be one of those kids.
Yeah.
I
Well,
remember all
cool.
the Californians in Colorado Springs. As soon as the weather dipped below like 71 degrees, you'd see them in their like winter parkas. It was so funny.
Yep. You'll have that. Well, welcome once again, gamers, and let's just jump 2 feet right into the news for the week. Or 2 weeks, I should say. But all right, right into it. Ubisoft has announced basically what amounts to 3 Assassin's Creed games, all with kind of code names going on. When was the last time you guys played like an Assassin's Creed game, like seriously from start to end?
I played Valhalla.
Is it the Viking? That's the recent one, right?
Yeah, that's the newest one.
Nice.
Valhalla.
Yeah, I played Syndicate, I think is what it was called. Was the last one I played.
That was like
There's so many of them now.
Is that like the British pirate thing going on?
Yeah. No, not the pirate one. Honestly, I forget.
Dude, honestly, the last time I got into one of these was I played the Egyptian one a little bit, but that was mostly just to like see the cool sights. I didn't actually play through the whole story. And then really like the Ezio stuff was the last time I remember even playing those games. Kind of got old. But anyways, they've announced a few projects in the works. So Assassin's Creed Mirage, said to be featured in 9th century Iraq, which would be a little bit interesting. There's some kind of lore that probably a lot of Westerners don't really have much going on about. And then I see PickleMatt threw in here, Project Red, set to be set in feudal Japan. Did you get any more on that thing? Because that would be pretty neat.
No, it was just like a 10-second teaser trailer of a Assassin's Creed-like figure that jumped on a roof and had a samurai sword. So
Nice.
it seems like it's probably early in development, but should be cool.
Should have Tom Cruise in it, and then Project Hex, unknown, but it kind of showed some witchy, spooky, think like Eastern Europe, 15 to 1700s type stuff. I'd be cool to like dive into some Eastern Bloc or like even Russian lore with some of their weird stuff going on over there. But yeah, and then of course their official partnership with the gaming company Tencent, which we've talked about before, for a AAA mobile title codename Jade. Think, yeah, I'm guessing this is going to be a gacha game based on the Assassin's Creed realm. But anything else you guys saw on that guy?
Nah, it just looked like they were trying to make a Assassin's Creed game look and play as close to a console game as they could on a mobile. They were
Yeah,
trying to show off the graphics and all that kind of stuff.
I also saw they're buying 49.9% of the stock.
Tencent is
of
buying.
Yep, 10 cents buying 49.9% of the
Oh,
uh
jeez.
I don't know how to say it. Guillemot Brothers Limited Holding Company. So they're paying 200 million euro to essentially, we'll see if they can get in there and take over that 50.1, but seems like they're just getting their grubby little hands on everything they can these days.
Cool. They also announced basically the way I originally thought about this was that Assassin's Creed was going to move towards what they were calling Infinity, which would be like a singular game that allowed you to go into these other worlds. But I'm guessing it's just a launcher that allows you to engage with the lore, kind of like League of Legends does with some of their stuff, but kind of
Yeah.
unifying all their weird eras and weird games all into one area. But that's as much as I saw on that. Did you guys get any other details on this?
No, it didn't seem like they talked about it too much. It I really hope it's not like a Origin or a Steam launcher type thing. I'm hoping it's like kind of like the standalone, like you said, a standalone game where you can like kind of explore the different realms and different worlds that they've created out of alternative history type
Yeah,
stuff.
the way it was kind of originally sent out, it was like you were gonna launch your games through another game where you kind of like are in this central hub, and then you could go off into, say, the 9th century Iraq game, right? And then you could come out of it
The
and go into a
painting,
different.
the
Yeah,
painting of the big penguin.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
Super Mario 64.
They had it figured
Yeah.
out years ago, and now we're finally catching on. Well, cool. So if you are a Assassin's Creed fan, you've got a lot to look forward to, and yeah, I would like to see them get back to the root of it, like actually be an assassin. Because like I looked at the Valhalla gameplay, and you're straight up a Viking. Like there's no sneaking, murdering going on. It's like,
Yeah, it seemed like they were trying to build steal some of the God of War audience or pile on that, but it
Yeah,
looks.
I
Oh, go
also
ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say with Assassin's Creed Mirage, 9th century Iraq is kind of the first game was like during the Crusades, right? So I could see them totally trying to get back to that original and bring that fan base back.
yeah, that's when I was most interested in the series. I thought it was most interesting at the time when we were actually in the Assassin's Guild and all that kind of stuff was going on. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
what I saw from the trailer, like you can only gather so much from the trailers, but just the news articles that I read, it seems like they're kind of going to more of a God of War, like in your face type thing versus, the roots like you talk about of Assassin's Creed, of lurking in the shadows and having to take people out one by one without being caught.
Right. There was nothing cooler than those first few kills where you're like a cloaked figure walking amongst the crowd and you're kind of pushing people out of the way and you just stab a guy and he
Yeah.
doesn't even know what happened and you kind of keep walking. Like that was a
Yeah.
cool
Yeah.
feeling. But they kind of got away from that a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, cool. All right, let's move on. Skull and Bones. If you're not sure what this thing is, it's a kind of think pirate sandbox game coming out. The producers are. Is this Ubisoft?
It's a Ubisoft as well, yeah.
So this game has been delayed quite a bit, but they just released their PC system requirements, So think slight step up from the GTX 1060 to run at 1080p, 60 frames per second on high. So you'll need a RTX 2070 at least to make that thing work with those settings. But have you guys looked much into this game? Because it looks pretty neat overall if it works right.
Yeah, I was looking at trailers and whatnot, and I kind of looked into the hype when it was first announced, and it does look like it could be a pretty amazing game. Um, Based on the amount of delays, it seems like they're trying to polish it up pretty well before they release it. But I do know, I don't remember if I read an article or if I just assumed this, but I think they built off of Assassin's Creed Black Flag because that was their big Assassin's Creed pirate one, and everybody loved the ship play in that, and then they realized that they needed to make a game out of it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it looks like it could be awesome.
Cool.
So I haven't looked too much into this. Is it kind of like Sea of Thieves? Just better graphics, I'm assuming, based on the PC requirements, or
So it's much more of it's got a realistic feel to it, like the graphic settings and stuff. Although the water in Sea of Thieves is unrivaled in any game I've ever seen.
it's amazing.
But yeah, much less cartoony, much more realistic looking. And I think it's a little bit different type gameplay. It's not so much about you and a crew kind of like manning a ship. It's much more of like you're controlling like a lot more as things are happening sort of thing.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
But yeah, it's said to be a sandbox pirate RPG, so who knows what you're probably going to be able to do a whole bunch of stuff, but
yeah.
Well, cool. More news from Ubisoft. Ubisoft Plus, think Game Pass for Ubisoft games, announced, and it's free on PC until 10 October. So, yeah, another game subscription type situation going on, and the first hit's free, just like drugs are in high school. And you guys getting in on this or what?
I don't plan on it.
I don't think I'll download the free one because there's not a lot of Ubisoft games that I'm itching to play right now. Especially with my backlog of games I need to get to anyway. But
yeah,
geez, another freaking Play Pass system. Like, dude, the thing I worry about now is like everybody's gonna see the green and they're gonna have green in their eyes, and nothing's gonna be on Game Pass anymore, and nothing's gonna be. You'll have to have 14 different subscriptions to play anything. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's interesting because right now on Game Pass you can also pay to have like access to all EA titles. I think Ubisoft even allows something similar on Game Pass, but maybe not anymore now that Ubisoft Plus is coming about. But I don't know, man. So many subscriptions.
yeah. It's gonna like my wife and I were having a conversation earlier about like I got an email that Hulu is upping their price from $12.99 to $14.99 on September 28th or whatever it is, and it's just like, so we got to get rid of some of these subscriptions because we have Amazon, like Prime, Disney Plus, Hulu, YouTube TV, Paramount, Peacock. It's just like
Netflix.
and Netflix. Yeah. I mean, we don't pay for some of them because we have like, we share with the family, but at some point it's like, do we need to watch everything that's on TV? Probably not.
You're gonna miss Rings of Power. You're gonna miss Game of Thrones. You're gonna miss Ozark. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Jen and I are down to Prime and Disney Plus when it comes to TV. That's all we don't have Netflix anymore, and we get
been watching.
We get HBO through
Selling Sunset.
HBO, okay.
We get HBO through AT&T, I think, for free.
Okay, got it.
So I have been watching that, but yeah, I don't know, man. At some point, yeah, you're like you said, you can't have it all. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, pro tip out there for you American Express Platinum card holders. You get $20 in streaming credit every month, And then you get Walmart Plus for free every month, and Walmart Plus just added Paramount Plus to their subscription. So there you go. You can get Hulu, and you can get Paramount Plus with the Platinum card for just
There
a
you
small
go.
fee of $695 a year
Yeah.
if you're not military.
PickleMatt is the whiz kid of credit card deals. So if you got any
Yeah,
questions,
it really
send him a message on Twitter. I'm PickleMatt. All right.
Hit me up.
There's a bunch of news that came out from the D23. If you're not sure what that is, that's the annual Disney Ultra Fan Club kind of meeting every year that they have. And there was a lot of gaming news that came out. Gargoyles, if you remember that awesome show, probably like my favorite show growing up.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
getting a remake of their 1995 Sega Genesis platformer, which was really, really good, by the way. I think that was a Capcom game. And then there's also a Black Panther / Captain America game set during World War II in Paris, maybe Wakanda forever. But this sounds like a home run if they don't screw
Oh
it
yeah.
up. Yeah,
Dude, if I can kill Nazis with Black Panther in a game,
Yeah.
I'm buying it.
For it. So I guess that would be his dad. What's his name? Movie dad, but the guy got blown up. No spoilers.
When you say spoilers for something that's like 5 years or older, like
Yeah,
at that point, it's your fault, man.
yeah, like
Dude, so I have a question about the Gargoyles because I love the TV show. That, like you
Yeah.
said, one of my favorite TV shows growing up. Did you play the game?
oh yeah,
is
I
it-
played the game. It's really good.
Is it like Aladdin
think
and
I have
Lion
it.
King?
It's really hard. Yeah, like those games.
Yeah, I was about to say. Okay.
I think I actually have it upstairs, but yeah,
Oh,
it's really
really?
good.
Okay.
They also announced. God, there was one other. Oh, there's a Mickey in the Infinite. Can't remember, the mysterious something or other. But a 2D platformer coming out where you control as a couch co-op 4-person video game with Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy through a 2D platform. Think new Super Mario Brothers style game. That actually looked really cool. It's got that art style that Disney's been doing on Disney Plus with, like, I honestly think it's the old Ren and Stimpy artist, but it looks actually pretty entertaining. So if one of you guys check that out and find the name of it, I can't remember. Cool. And then of course Dreamlight Valley is out now, and my wife is currently immersed in that world. So review.
Have you played it?
I have. I started playing it today. From my experience so far, it's a press A simulator, but Jen is much farther into it than me.
You just gotta push A on the right things. Like
There's a lot of dialogue, and there's a lot of pressing A on things. But
Yeah.
it looks really cool, and it's definitely going to get the big Disney fans involved, because like you literally get like Disney swag in the game, and you can throw on like Mickey ears or like a hoodie with a Walt Disney World like logo on it. It's cool, but definitely definitely marketed towards consumerism.
I really want to play it.
Yeah, you'll like it. Just
Yeah.
based on your Kingdom Hearts fandom. But.
Yeah.
And Merlin is like the main dude again. So it's kind of almost feels like Kingdom Hearts a little bit, because there's a lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
But there are no Final Fantasy characters, and nothing gets super weird. So,
Well, there you go.
all right. Last bit of news that we got for you this week. No surprise here, but Halo Infinite is struggling. And so more bad news. This is kind of 2 weeks old, but they are canceling completely their, I think, couch co-op, split screen co-op mode, which is mind-boggling in 2022. To release a Halo game, 1, without it at launch, but 2, just completely canceling it. But PickleMatt is happy to tell you that some players have found a way around that.
Yeah, so if you just Google Halo Infinite split screen co-op, you'll find you should find some news articles or some tweets about how these people found a way to like menu hack the game, and they're able to get couch co-op split screen to work somehow, even though it's not programmed into the game. And apparently it works perfectly so far with this iteration of the game patch. Like you can see each other's characters and everything, just like you'd be normally playing split screen, which just makes this decision by Bungie, or not Bungie, 373, 343, yeah, 343,
Just say
even
numbers.
more. Yeah. Microsoft, which makes that decision even worse, because like it's apparently it's there and doable, but there's like, nah, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Our bread and butter of what created Halo. Come on, man.
So
Yeah.
I know you guys say that, and being like the Halo diehards that you guys grew up being, I know it's like tough to see, but really, I don't know that it's necessarily dumb, because I'm I don't really have buddies that in the neighborhood that are going to come over to my house and play on
Well,
my
yeah, but
TV.
you're 30 some years old, right? There's still, 10-year, 12, 15-year-old kids out there.
That's valid. Okay, I'll give you that.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and so like now going forward, if this is the new norm, then my kid will never experience the awesomeness
Yeah.
that was that
The
kind of thing.
the joy of sitting on the couch with your boys, and yeah.
I mean,
That's
Yeah, well,
valid. I was not thinking of it from that perspective.
the game has
Yeah.
been out for, I don't know, a few months now, maybe more than almost a year. But that's probably the number one reason I haven't been over to your house more, dude, because we can't play co-op Halo. So
Yeah.
how dare
Come
you
on,
say
man.
that?
What you got to do is everybody just have their own online connection through Game Pass and the same Wi-Fi connection. Then it's basically co-op.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's freaking insane.
So co-op works online though, correct? Like you can play currently, you and I can, I don't know actually, but I know that they did not cancel that part of it.
I still haven't played the campaign. I never paid for it. I just got the free multiplayer because that's what I was most looking forward to.
Well, you have Game
And then I
Pass.
immediately stopped playing that because it was brutal with connection issues and such.
Yeah, the more and more news I get about kind of what you just said, PickleMatt, this is their most iconic series, right? And
Yeah.
for Microsoft to just continue to let this ball be dropped over and over again, no pun intended, ball dropped.
Hide the bomb.
It doesn't have me super stoked for the Microsoft Blizzard acquisition if they don't care as much about their own gold mine as they do, I don't know, whatever they care about. I don't know what they're focusing on, but 343 is
all I'm
kind
gonna
of
say is,
yeah, go ahead.
dude, if you didn't expect this from the company that killed the paperclip from Microsoft Word, then I don't know what's going on.
There you have it.
The
Well, we'll
most
move on.
beloved
There's
Microsoft paper.
no need to say anything else after that.
Sorry.
Dude, they should bring back Clippy. Get rid of
I
Cortana.
love that thing.
and
Who was
Clippy-
that comedian that was like, I wish they would suggest anything for anything. I see you're writing a ransom note.
Can I help with that?
Can I help with that? Yeah, Clippy was the bomb, man.
Well, cool. There you have it, folks. There is the news for the last couple of weeks in gaming. If we missed something, or there's other topics you'd like us to pick up and talk about, why don't you go ahead and reach out at OMGpodcastGG on Twitter and Instagram. Actually, I think that's OMG_podcastGG on Twitter and Instagram. And we'd love to hear your thoughts or what you want to hear about. With that, we will get into the games radar for the week. All right. To start it off, we missed it while we were gone, but this game is probably on a lot of people's radars, so let's check her out. Splatoon 3 came out while we were on hiatus. I think if you haven't played this game, Splatoon is almost like the perfect creation of first-person shooter for kids without like talking about shooting people. There's paint, and it's I think it's over the shoulder, right?
Yeah, third person.
Yeah, third person, but really, really fun, crazy. Think Warzone for kids Modern Warfare for kids, but actually also pretty fun. Doesn't necessarily need to be kids. So that came out over the last week, and any of you picked this up? I'm not probably gonna play this for a bit, but
I was a Splatoon 2er, but I did not pick this up yet. Nintendo games first party Nintendo games don't ever go on sale, but I might scoop it up when there's a lull in multiplayer.
yeah, I mean, I will say I don't know how this keeps happening, but Switch games keep looking better and better, even though the hardware is the same. Luigi's Mansion looked incredible, and this game looks really good too. So there you have it. You can be a squidling, I think they're called, in a new version of Splatoon. All right. On 12 September, we got a little game coming out called Warlander. PickleMatt, hit us with the details.
Yeah, that comes out on tomorrow. So it's a PC public beta. Warlander is a free-to-play third-person online multiplayer warfare game set in a medieval fantasy world. Up to 100 players will be able to join up and battle it out as part of 2 or 5 armies in a skirmish and castle sieges with the goal of breaking into the opponent's stronghold. So what I saw from this one is obviously it's a beta, so it'll be kind of an early access type thing with probably a little bit of bugginess. But as I was doing some research into it, it does look pretty cool. I've always wanted to do the large team battles on a medieval stage. I've kind of wanted to do that since I was like younger. I thought of a game idea and I thought I was so brilliant by doing like a MMO with no magic or something.
Dude, you should have played New World then. That was what it was all about.
Yeah, I hope you like crafting.
But when I was researching this, the things that I kept seeing was like clips of it from like 3 or 4 years ago, and it looks like it was originally going to be like a campaign or like a PvE kind of game, but I think they scrapped it and just turned it into this PvP one. So we'll see how it goes. The videos I saw from the alpha of the old game looked absolutely terrible, but it's free, and then the developers confirmed that there won't be any pay to win situations. They're just skins and stuff like that. So, I mean, if it's free, I might check it out there.
I mean, when you say the words 100 versus 100 people, like that's just fun no matter what you come up with.
I think it'd be
right?
50 v 50, but still, yeah. I mean,
yeah. Well, I'm not a mathematician, but
yeah, I'm not a Scientologist.
Yeah, I can't imagine. It kind of, just the description kind of reminds me of like Age of Empires, but with 50 people on your team doing like all fighting towards the same goal.
Yeah, there's definitely magic because there's a little wizard right here. But
yeah, the weird part was when I was seeing the videos from the older version of the game, it was like medieval style, but everybody had a lightsaber, and it was just like didn't make any sense to me. But
okay. Well, there you have it. Tomorrow, Warlander. Somebody check it out. Let us know what you think about it, because it could be interesting. Could be something for fun for all of us to get in on and fight. But you know what it reminds me of, Swift? It reminds me of World of Warcraft Battlegrounds or whatever they were called.
Yeah.
Like, Winter Storm. What was it? I can't remember.
Oh, dude, there's so many. I don't know.
Anyways, all right. Next up on the docket, Food Truck Simulator. This is coming out on 14 December on PC, and it's exactly what it sounds like.
Did I say December? With months.
You just push it back.
So
like
crazy.
2 months every time.
I read what I want to hear. Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's happening with your cameras, but anyways, it's disturbing.
The listeners can't hear it; they'll be fine.
Cool. It's exactly what it sounds like. Renovate, equip, and restore a food truck to serve up a full menu. I would definitely make street tacos. It kind of looks like a Grand Theft Auto 5 mod, and that's exactly what you're going to do is serve food to construction workers around a city.
The graphics look pretty good on this.
It does.
I watched some gameplay, and it actually looks like you could really get into this, and the food truck business seems kind of interesting to me. I just thought it was funny when I looked up games that were coming out the next couple weeks. There are so many life simulator ones. Like there was gardening simulator. There's so many simulators out there. But
we need to do an episode on Sims probably, because I've watched a video on basically 100% convinced that we live in a simulation after this video. But
yeah,
I still have not watched that video.
You gotta watch it, dude. Yeah. Or don't if you don't want to have your mind.
You can be converted to any belief system with the internet. So just chill.
All right. Lastly, Swift, you suck at parking. What's going on here?
Well, first of all, I think I'm pretty decent at parking. I can parallel park with the
You
best
have a
of them.
Tesla,
You
so
have
you
a
just
Tesla.
have to press
does
a
it
button.
yourself.
Yeah, I mean that's
Does it
true.
yourself.
That helps for sure. But yeah, so coming out on PC and Xbox, you suck at parking. It's going to test your parking skills to the absolute limit, which is so good. And probably beyond. World's most extreme parking game. It might also be the only parking game because I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know
like-
that I've played a parking game before.
It's
That's
still
like
true.
when Goat Simulator came out. It was the
Yeah.
world's most realistic Goat Simulator game.
But yeah, it's the only racing game where the goal is to stop, drive, drift, jump, and teleport through devilishly tough challenges. And the whole goal is to get that puppy stopped in the perfect spot.
Well, cool. PickleMatt, are you excited about this? You said you were.
I am excited. I mean, okay, so it's free on Game Pass. It comes out day one on Game Pass. So if you have that, you've got nothing to lose. But when I watch the trailer, you got to watch the trailer on your own if you can't hear it. But they have this own little "You suck at parking" jingle that plays in the background, and it is freaking hilarious. And then the single player looks kind of cool, like kind of fun, challengey kind of thing. I think it'll be great for Switch if it eventually comes out for that, or Steam Deck. But then I got really excited when I saw there's multiplayer. So it almost looks like a Fall Guys type
That's
Rocket
literally
League
what
thing.
I was just thinking.
Yeah, it looks like Fall Guys and Rocket League combined, and it looks so fun. It's gonna be fun. I think it's an eight player online competitive situation, demolition derby, kind of parking sim. So
Oh boy, yeah, this actually does look pretty entertaining.
I think I could really get into this.
Nice. Well, you have the opportunity on what is it? 14 of the December month. Not to be
Yeah.
confused. Oh wait, no, September. All right, that comes out for PC, Xbox, and yeah, check it out.
Cool.
All right, there is our games radar for the week. Coming up on my radar when it comes to gaming. Yeah, I think we're planning on playing a Heroes of the Storm game on Saturday. Probably our only match this season that we have a chance of winning. The other team has also lost all of their games.
We are 0-2-2, with the last two being forfeits.
Yep. But there you have it. OMG podcast members joining the Bonsai Gaming team Saturday at 10 p.m. We'll be casting that live on this channel, twitch.tv/OMGpodcast, and you can watch us hopefully pick up our first victory.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's gonna happen.
I'm ready, boys. All right, there you have it. There is the games radar for the week. If you guys are excited about a game coming out or would like to know more about anything in the games industry, reach out to us at OMG_podcastGG, Twitter and Instagram, or you can email us at OMGpodcastGG@gmail.com. Games recommendations, things we missed, or you just want someone to talk to. Just like this guy did last week. He says, gents, okay, get ready, because this is quite the email. This is a dissertation.
But it's so nice.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. All right, gents. OG listener here since episode 1, been lurking in the shadows because I still have yet to catch a live episode, and he still isn't here. But I've been listening.
Stroke. I
Go
don't know
ahead.
if we've told our listeners that just download on podcasts, but twitch.tv/OMGpodcast, and it's Sunday nights at 9 Central. So if you're listening and you've been wanting to catch us live, that's when you want to be on twitch.tv.
Yep.
And
Get in here.
mash that like button while you're there.
Yeah, because we are one follower away from being Twitch affiliates, which is just another opportunity for you to get another subscription going in your life.
Yeah, it's free though. It's free.
Yeah, it's for free though.
Okay.
So anyways, right back into it. He says, I've been listening on Apple Podcasts, and I got to say, I'm a big fan. Been a big fan of theStroke, Swiftmida, and ImPickleMatt circa Kunsan by the Sea in 2016. Excellent addition to the show by adding PickleMatt. He adds a nice, zesty, sarcastic touch to the mix that is thoroughly enjoyable. # keep PickleMatt employed. I've got to
Zesty,
confess,
baby.
I've got to confess that I have fallen out of gaming for some years now, but I can very much relate to the experiences you guys have been talking about growing up with gaming and having those precious core memories. I find myself, as of late, living vicariously through you guys to get my fix in the gaming kingdom. So, with that, I have a question. The latest console I own is an Xbox 360, which I think is the 360th console that they released, if I'm not mistaken.
It's got to be.
It's not the Xbox One.
Yeah, not the first Xbox, like you just said. He says, I know I bring much shame to the gaming community, but my question is simple. As a once exiled gamer lost in the abyss of adulthood, how do I find my way back? You guys have discussed console versus PC gaming, handheld, Steam Deck, VR, and much more. What do you guys recommend someone like me pursue to get back into the modern realm of gaming? I know that is a daunting question, and I'm sure it depends on a lot, as all pilot things do. But I consider myself an Xbox guy. Love first-person shooters, Halo obviously, and Call of Duty. And one of my all-time favorite games was Mass Effect series. I love the casualness and comfort of console play, and I don't have much experience with PC or VR, so I don't feel like investing in a new computer or multiple consoles. What should I do? That comes from our good buddy Gaucho. So there you have it. You can leave an email like that anytime you guys want, and we'll talk about it live on the air. We'll also send you a nice reply that's probably about half that long.
And maybe some stickers or some swag someday when we get those made.
Yeah, merch shop is in the works. Don't you guys worry.
That's right.
Cool. Swift, we'll lead it off since I think... No, actually, you work with this guy, PickleMatt, so I'll let you talk last. But Swift, what do you got for
him? First, Gaucho, good to hear from you, buddy. Miss ya. Shannon and I actually, our last stop before getting to Phoenix when we were moving from Shaw was to have dinner with Gaucho and his wife.
Oh, nice.
So good to hear from you.
Love you, Lynn.
Thanks for listening in. We love you. Dude, honestly, if you don't want to do the PC route, because it's expensive to build your own, whatever it happens to be, you don't want to deal with the new stuff. I think, and it's kind of, it's expensive as well, but in my opinion, I was always an Xbox guy. But dude, buy a PS5 if you can find one. It's so good. The games that they have that are only available on on PS5/PS anything are so good. We talk about them a lot. God of War is going to be a huge part of my life here coming up when Ragnarok releases. But first-person shooters, all of that you can get on the PS. And I feel like I know us in society like to kind of... there's already an iPhone 14. I just saw an ad for it today. So turnover happens pretty quickly. But I feel like the PS5 is just going to do you right for a long period of time.
There you have it. Words from Swiftmida, a convert to the PlayStation after so many years.
I
never
thought you would have said that to someone, but there it is.
It only took a God of War playthrough. I love it.
That's one game, which he played on PC.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Yeah.
All right, Gaucho. Good to hear from you, man. I was very, I had a big old smile on my face when this email popped up. But glad you're doing good, and I'm glad you're thinking about dabbling and getting back into the gaming situation. And here's what I'll have for you. I'm gonna go the other direction than Swift would, because all right, you said you don't want to do PC gaming, which is cool, and VR, all that. I think the thing that's going to help you ease back into this the easiest, because you were an Xbox guy, you big Halo guy, is going to be Game Pass in some form or another. So the computer that you already have, laptop, can play Xbox games right now if you subscribe to Game Pass. You don't even have to buy a console. All you need is a controller. So if I were you, I would subscribe to Game Pass, and that's going to unlock your old Halo games, Call of Duty games, a bunch of other stuff that you didn't even know existed without even buying a console. And then if you like that stuff that you found, I would go out and buy a Series S, one because they're more easy to get right now than the Series X, much cheaper. And unless you're crazy into all the graphics and stuff, you don't need the Series X, I don't think. But it allows you to play your Game Pass games on a TV, which you said you like the casualness of. So that's my recommendation for you, dude. You don't even need to go buy anything yet. Subscribe to Game Pass. Check them out on the Xbox app on the Windows Store, and you can start playing literally right now. PickleMatt, what do you got for this guy?
Yeah, I love that. Like he said, you can play on any kind of PC because based on any laptop connected to your TV and all that kind of stuff. Because it'll just what it's doing is using the internet for all the computation, and then you're just providing a portal for that to get to your TV. So that's really cool. What I was going to suggest to him, like he said, you could go full stupid and build your own gaming PC, and it's going to cost a lot of money, and it's going to be quirky and difficult to do. There is one option that you have for that. You could do a plug and play type gaming laptop, but you'd really want to talk to somebody before you bought that. Like you could send us another email or anything like that. Where laptops are a little bit more plug and play, but they're a little bit more expensive, and then you may not get exactly what you want for that based on it being portable. Yeah, I was really going to go with the Xbox Series S, like Taze said, but I think a good option is to check out those cloud gaming. You can also check out GeForce Now, which is NVIDIA's version of Game Pass. There's a free version that kind of lets you play basically for a short period of time with not the best graphics. Um, but if you liked that, they have their own little GeForce system. I think it's like $100 to $200 that just plugs into the TV, and you get your own controller.
Some TVs have that built in already these days if you have a newer
Yeah,
TV.
that is true. And then the other thing that you can do is check out Google Stadia or even Amazon. What's it called? Luna. There's other streaming services that might have like the old Mass Effect trilogies that are remastered and stuff like that. But like you said, cloud gaming is a good option. You don't have to really invest much. If you start getting into it, then you can buy your Xbox Series S. Then the
Or
final
your
option,
PS5.
or PS5, yeah, baby. And then the final option is the Switch is really cool. If you like Nintendo games, they're also making a lot of AAA games, either old releases or new releases that are looking really good on the Switch. And you can dock that thing to your TV and play on the couch as well. You're going to get those awesome couch co-op games that you remember, like Mario Party, Mario Kart, all that kind of stuff. But again, that's like, I think $300 is where you're going to start with that. So a little bit more of an investment, but check them out. You got options. Maybe do some cloud gaming. Just realize when you do cloud gaming, there might be a little bit of an input lag if you don't have a great connection. But see what you can do, man. Love hearing from you. Love to see you at work, and then seeing an in real life fan. That was the coolest thing that's happened to me in a while.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Besides flying a fighter jet, I suppose.
Yeah, there you have it. Yeah, I was gonna say the Switch. I mean, if supply wasn't an issue, I would tell you tomorrow to go get a Steam Deck, but
Yeah,
because you can do Game Pass and anything else on that, but that's not an option. The Switch is a very good option, and also has the biggest libraries of games that would be fun to play with Len or whoever else you've got over hanging out. But I stick by my Series S.
Yep. That's a good way to get back into it too, especially for a Halo gamer.
There you have it, folks. You can write in just like Gaucho did at OMGpodcastGG@gmail.com. And we'd love to hear from you. All right, this is the part of the show where we read you a podcast review, which we do not have, so we'll move on. No, just kidding. Seriously, leave us a podcast review on Apple. We would love you, and we would read it out loud and cherish it forever. Put it on our fridges. But if you guys love the show, that's the number one way to support us because it helps us with discoverability and all that stuff based on algorithms. Cool.
If you don't want to write a review, just tap that 5-star button and call it a day. It's great.
Mm-hmm. But you owe us nothing. Remember that. All right. You guys ready to talk the big number?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this week we have decided to talk to you about a very important subject that affects 99% of gamers, and that is dad bod. No, just kidding. Physical health and gaming. So we a few months ago, Swift and I talked about mental health and gaming, and we were kind of sitting around thinking, after us staring at our computer screens for 8 hours straight, what we do to our bodies because of this hobby. So it's always important to keep the mind right, but it's also easy to forget that sitting in a computer chair for multiple hours every day is not good for you. So let's talk a little bit about physical health and gaming. All right, anyone here want to admit a gaming-related injury? Anyone got carpal tunnel?
You know what I've noticed is the Steam Deck gets maybe it's because I played too much Elden Ring, but the way the controller is shaped, I think if you play for 2 hours straight, you start to get a little bit crampy.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know what my first gaming related injury was? Playing PlayStation 2 and like Xbox at Walmart and Target. You guys remember those demo stations?
Yeah.
My neck would be so sore from looking
'cause you're
at the
looking
ceiling
up.
the entire
Because
time.
they were so high.
Why did they put the TV
Well, they're
so
not
high?
anymore. And now that
I know.
if you go into Walmart nowadays.
Dude, I'm telling you. So you know how everybody's got the hunch, like the TikTok, everybody's staring at their phone. They just need to reinstall those Walmart demo places there, and everybody will get the balance of looking directly at the ceiling.
Recorrect the spine for everybody.
Yeah, just move everything in our society up, like when you check out at the counter at Target, you just got to be like. I'll tell you my first gaming related injury was Mario Party on the N64 when you had to do the rotating game.
Oh yeah.
You wear a hole right through your hand.
You know what's funny is if you play the Mario Party, I can't remember what they call it, All-Star Collection or something on Switch right now, there's a warning at the beginning of the game that says, do not use the palm of your hand to rotate joysticks as injuries may occur.
I mean, how else are you going to win?
Yeah, come on, Nintendo. Don't tell me how to play my game.
Totally scoffed it, but
yeah.
Well, cool. Yeah, I actually have been. I can't tell you it's gaming related. It's probably flying related, but I have osteoarthritis in my left wrist, which is pretty annoying. But yeah, cool. So gaming and staring at a computer all day can be harmful for your body. So let's talk about some of those ways. Both of you are sitting in gaming chairs. Are both of your feet flat on the floor? Swift is hunched over.
Mine
Always.
are. Yeah.
I mean, I'm 6'4", dude.
Tall people have
like
terrible.
Yeah. Dude, you were doing great at those Walmart play centers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Staring directly
pretty
at the
much
screen in front of you.
screwed. You're a gamer. You're a pilot who flies under G's, and you're 6 foot. What, 5? Yeah, you're done.
Oh, yeah, 6'4". But yeah, like I think probably a lot of it comes from sitting in this chair for extended hours, but also a lot of it comes from my literal day job. You know, like I can only get so low in the seat, and so then I have to hunch to see through the HUD.
Yeah. That's
and
right.
under G's, obviously,
display.
it's not good.
Yeah.
After like a 9-hour sortie in Afghanistan, I remember just feeling like, why is my neck hurt so bad? It's because you were like hunching. Tall people are just like hunching just enough that it's just very painful.
Dude, there's some people in the Viper that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, how do you fit inside that cockpit? It's insane.
You'll never know the pain of having to move your knee 17 times a night to see the LCD screens.
Yeah.
Cool.
I literally got named. Sorry, random aside. Literally got named Gyro in the B course for because I would get myself into weird modes because under G's my knees would hit the buttons on the MFDs, which are screens.
God.
And I couldn't figure out why that was happening or how to get out of it. So they named me Gyro because my gyros were messed up and I supposedly rolled inverted and pulled the handle.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hashtag tall people problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, so posture and like ergonomic issues can definitely be a problem. So I was reading some articles. It had me laughing, but apparently pro gaming injuries are pretty common in the esports world. So the top 3 are repetitive stress or strain injury. Think things like carpal tunnel, tennis elbow, which they've affectionately renamed to gamer's elbow or mouse elbow, and then
Fortnite elbow.
long-term back pain / back injuries. So here's the main problem with your back when you're gaming. Most of you, are you guys looking up at your monitors or like kind of at a downward angle or straight?
Maybe like slightly down, maybe slightly
I think
straight.
I'm looking straight. Yeah.
Yeah. You probably have adjusted your stuff just based on your height, but a lot of people tend to kind of, especially even at work when they're sitting at desks for a long time, look down on their monitors. For long periods of time can be very, very bad for your lumbar, your lower back region, because the average person's nugget weighs 10 pounds, which is fine for everyday stuff. But when you're at that slight angle all day long, 10 pounds, your back holding that up all day long, it's just going to wreak havoc on you over the years. So, number one tip, if you can, is either make your monitor up like at Walmart back in the day.
Yeah.
Or lower your chair enough to where you're at least looking level / not downward at your screen. Cool. I don't know. Do you guys get lower back pain from sitting in chairs for a long time?
No, I do remember as a kid. You remember those old gaming chairs that would like sit on the floor and like you
Yeah.
could rock back and forth? I do remember having some pain sitting in those just because they're probably terrible for you.
Yeah. There's probably a class action lawsuit out for those.
Yeah. But what they do recommend actually, instead of buying a gaming chair, is to buy a nice office chair, because they've designed office chairs for people who sit 8 hours a day. But I do have this Razer Isker chair that has adjustable lumbar support, and it really, really is nice. I haven't gotten any back pain from it.
Yeah, the most important part about your chair is not, however, whatever chair you want to get, right, is to make sure that you at least adjust it so that you're not, so that it's actually supporting your weight, right? So that you're not leaning forward slightly all day long, even if you have your chair behind you. Yeah. Cool. The other big one is forward rounding of your shoulders. So this one kind of made me laugh, but freaked me out a little bit too. So it said the number one way to test that you have imbalance issues in your shoulders and back is to stand up straight and let your arms hang down toward your side naturally. And if your palms are facing behind you naturally, you have serious like imbalance issues. And I stood up and did it, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah. So your hands should kind of definitely be sideways at least, and then a little bit forward if you're standing up straight.
Your palms should be forward?
Your palms should not necessarily be forward, but if they're all the way backwards naturally, you have shoulder and back imbalance.
Mine are kind of like at a 45.
Sideways.
I think this is this is an online scam to try to get me to go to a chiropractor.
Chiropractor.
Big chiropractor taking out ads.
The big thing is, like me, I have this, Swift and I both have this Secret Lab Titan. I can't really scoot back far enough to show you, but you can raise and lower the armrests as high as you want. And I tend to raise them all the way when I'm doing a long gaming session so that my arms are level to the keyboard. Having your elbows up is actually one of the worst things you can do for your back and shoulders. Because when you raise your elbows,
I've been doing that for so long.
Yeah, same. When you raise your elbows, you raise your shoulders, and when your shoulders are up, you constantly have a slight amount of tension, and your muscles are flexing that whole time, right? Just a little bit. And so what they say you should do is lower everything all the way down and just have only your wrists resting on something. They say you're not even supposed to use armrests when you're at a desk for a long period of time, which I thought was crazy.
What are armrests for?
What are armrests for?
Getting you to go to the doctor.
There you have it. If your elbows and shoulders are raised all day long, you're probably going to have some issues. Cool. And then also chairs, you kind of just generally tend to lean forward in a chair when you're getting like intensely into a game, right? So like if I'm serious about winning a Heroes of the Storm game, which we never do, I'm probably gonna like sit up straight but
I'll have
you're
to
s-
watch your posture on the next stream to see
Yeah.
when you've given up on us.
yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. Phases out. Cool. So yeah, just make sure that your chair allows you to support your back and without slouching, right? There you have it.
Yo, what about our friendly couch gamers there, right? So I still play the PlayStation.
Right.
I'm in the most relaxed pose I can possibly be on a couch game, right?
No,
Buried in
the most relaxed game console you can play is Nintendo Switch with Joy-Cons, where your arms can do whatever they want separately.
Okay. Do you guys remember in Korea? I was waiting to bring this up. Do you guys remember in Korea what I had on my bed?
No.
No.
Okay, so imagine I'm laying down right now. So the bed is like behind me on my nuggets.
Oh,
on my
I'm
pillow.
imagining.
So what I did was, yeah. All right. Are we gonna do this in the physical ergonomics episode the whole time? Come on, guys. All right. So I had this little thing that connected to my nugget board, the headboard, and it was designed to hold an iPad in front of your face while you're in bed. But it held the Switch perfectly. So it was holding the Switch directly in front of my face, and I was just laying down perfectly straight with my Joy-Cons by my side. No, I was there. My Joy-Cons were like by my knees, like holding them down by my thighs.
You're like in a coffin.
Yeah. So if you walked in, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Bury me with my Switch. That's all I need.
Yeah. So
Dude, the
I was
amount of
playing-
times I don't know that I would trust that. The amount of times that I've just been scrolling on my phone while laying down and dropped the phone on my face.
No, it's a gadget that holds it for me. I don't have to hold
Well,
it at
I
all.
know.
So what did it connect to? Your wall?
The headboard. Yeah,
Oh,
it just
okay.
clamps onto the headboard.
It was one of the think of the Matrix metal arms that just kind of extended around.
Oh,
and
dog.
just
I think
held
I
it.
have it in my. Hold on. You guys keep talking.
All right. I'm thinking like from what's that show that we like? The Expanse. Those little pads they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
that are
yeah.
on the metal swivels.
Yeah.
Nice. What a goober. Yeah, also sitting for long periods of time denies your muscles and body oxygen and nutrients that you need. So sometimes you should get up and move. Don't become sedentary for 8 hours, while you game.
Dude, well, I think the craziest thing to me is that I feel like most of the people that are gaming are typically, at least these days, Twitch streamers that stay on for 36 hours, which is absolutely insane in my mind. But
Yeah.
they stay on for a long period of time. They're younger people, but you hear about people even on like an 8-hour flight, older people that just they get blood clots in their arteries and pass away from that.
Oh, you're talking about
So-
sitting down, the
Yeah.
deep
Just
vein
staying
thrombosis.
staying
Yeah.
still for so long.
Those news stories always freaked me out really bad when we were flying with deployments.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like, I'm stuck in this chair for 8 hours at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the
happen to me.
Viper, there's no room to stretch. You can't
No.
stretch out.
You know,
Do you
you know
ever-
the stretch you try to do as a tall person, where you like get all the way back in the chair and you try to put your feet above the brake pedals and stretch out as much as you can, and then you get stuck. Yeah, I love it.
Do you guys ever, when you get up and walk around on an airliner on an overseas flight, do you ever feel like a little bit of pain in your deep in your legs, like a little bit of like a?
I just feel it right under my left arm and in my chest region.
No, I've literally gotten up before I started walking, and it was like this kind of sharp, deep pain. I was like, "Oh, here's the blood clot. It's going right to
Yeah.
my heart.
Right to
Here it
my
is,
heart.
boys.
Well,
Okay."
Well, I remember when we were flying especially when we moved to. Oh, that's it.
All right, so this clamps onto the headboard right here. This little clampy doodad. There you go. And then this would hold the Switch directly in front of my face, right? So it expands right
Did you
there.
not have a
and then-
Yeah.
TV?
I did have a TV, but when it's 10:30 p.m., I want to just have it directly in front of my face as I'm lying flat. I'm not going to sit up. You want me to sit up? You're talking about posture. I could just be laying down.
God almighty.
Uh,
That is a lot of effort to be lazy. That's just totally counterintuitive.
Totally paid off.
All right, there you have it. Our recommendations for posture and ergonomics during gaming. I do agree, dude. Sometimes the Steam Deck, my hands get a little tired. The Switch for sure, because it's at such an awkward right angle. I can't play that thing handheld for very often.
You
Other
know
than
what's
that,
nice about the Steam Deck is if you play a AAA title, you only got 2 hours of battery. So it like if you're running out of battery, it's probably a good time to put that thing down.
actually, I actually really
Take
like
a
it for
break
that
for a little
because
bit.
it tells me like,
Yeah.
okay, you need to go to bed.
Yeah, you're wasting your life, not wasting it. It's awesome.
Cool. Let's get into the number one injury for esports gamers. I'm going to read you a list. I'm going to tell you how many pro League of Legends players have officially been diagnosed with carpal tunnel in the last 2
7.
years.
I thought you were going to say like an emotional disorder that makes them toxic.
All of them. There's been 30 actual gamers who make a living playing video games in the League of Legends realm in the last 2 years who have been diagnosed with either repeated stress injuries or carpal tunnel, which is the same one of those type of injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me, right? That's your
Yeah.
profession. You're going to sit there for 8 hours a day or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean it's any profession, right? If you're a tennis player, you're going to get tennis injuries. If you're a construction worker, you're going to
It's like when I walk into the flight doctor, and I tell them I have neck pain. They're like, "Oh my God, no way!" You wear a 10-pound helmet on top of your 10-pound head and then turn it into 180 pounds with 9
Yeah.
Gs.
I'm sure you're fine.
Yeah.
Trying to get a day
Yeah.
off of work, dude. Cool.
Is that what
Repetitive.
that burning sensation in my spine is?
Yeah, it's day off itis. All right, so how do you know you got carpal tunnel? You're going to feel a tingling numbness and burning sensation in your wrist, hand, and especially the outside of your thumb, as that's the main nerve that's being kind of pinched when you get carpal tunnel. So the best way to kind of avoid these kind of injuries is always sort of change up the way that you like do repetitive actions. So
or game less.
You bet.
Yeah, no, you can't game less. What are you doing?
Go touch some grass, man.
Switch up where your fingers are on the WASD keys, you know? Oh, wait. How do you do that? I'm going to do pinky, ring finger, middle finger now.
Switch your mouse hand.
Ooh. There you have it. I don't know, man. I've never felt like pains or anything after playing, at least in my hands and wrists, on a computer for a long time. So I don't know. Maybe these guys are just doing it super intensely.
Yeah, all of our couch gamers are probably making fun of us right now.
Yeah.
Dude, they're doing it at a professional level. You know, it's got to be more intense.
Yeah.
Just get yourself a nice ergonomic mouse, the Razer Naga Trinity. Is that what you have, Swift?
Yep.
Does it have all the RGBs?
Oh, yes.
It's
This
clinically proven that RGB prevents repetitive stress injuries.
It's, legally, that is not true, and I think we have to say that that's not true.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get sued.
It's in the fine print of the episode that we're not doctors.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. So yeah, avoid those things. Here's if it hurts, stop doing it, as she said. Cool. Here's a big one for me: sleep, and gaming. So sometimes time just disappears when you're gaming, you know, and you look at the clock. All right, Swift, at the peak of your gaming height, when you were thinking you were going to be on a real Team Liquid rating team in WoW, what was your like average bedtime?
According to my parents, it was 9:30. But then I would get up and play World of Warcraft for another probably 4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours.
I mean, yeah, Dude, I don't know how I did it in high school. And I know you're young and like, whatever, sleep doesn't, it probably means just as much, but you don't really recognize when you're so exhausted. But I remember like, waking up for school at 6:30 a.m., go to school, go to basketball practice, come home, do my homework, go to bed in quotations at 9:30, and then game until 12:31 easy. And then do it all the next day.
Yeah, dude. To
So,
me, like 1 a.m. was like standard. Like you're gonna game until 1 a.m. and then like on the real serious nights 2, 3, and then the rare occasion you realize the sun is up and you're like, what the F?
there were multiple times where you're sitting in a raid just banging your nugget against the boss, and all of a sudden you look at the clock and you're like, I have 20 minutes until my parents walk in this room and try to wake me up for school.
Yeah, I just fired it up real quick before school.
I woke up early.
Yeah.
Dude, did you guys ever do all-nighters at like for LAN parties?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah. So all the time, like Halo, it would just be called the all-nighter, like you would go in expecting not to sleep, and most of the time we didn't. So how many years of my life did my heart lose?
Yeah,
seriously.
That's what we're talking about. All right. So it's easy to realize that sleep it tends to be the thing that gets sacrificed first when you spend a lot of time gaming. My wife is on me about this a lot because to me it's like, yeah, I'll just not sleep and I'll play because I want to spend time with my family when they're awake. So then I'll just sacrifice my own sleep because I want to do my hobby. So this can be pretty bad.
There
overall.
was just a study released that people that were sleeping less basically had I don't remember the statistic. Again, not doctors, but it was like 25% or something more likely to have heart-related problems like chronic heart failure, heart failure in old age if you slept less than like 7 hours regularly.
Yeah. I mean, there is also an argument that successful people sleep less. Kobe Bryant said that, but dude, do a little research on Kobe Bryant's sleep schedule. He was sleeping like 2-3 hours a day during his prime.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, but then when he was up, he was doing things to make him a successful basketball player, not playing World of Warcraft as a high school player, high school student.
Yeah, dude. In high school we used to do Madden fantasy drafts, and then we would simulate the whole season and then play the seasons where our friends were matched up against each other, and we'd do that for hours and hours and hours. All night. We would go to the Safeway, buy like 4 6-packs of soda, and just what are we doing? Can somebody parent us, please?
Oh, don't do that. Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
They just didn't know, probably.
I love you, parents. You just didn't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, just remember this. The game isn't going anywhere. There's nothing that you're doing on that game that you can't do tomorrow. And then if you have to, set an alarm or like something that keeps track of like what you're doing, like a Steam Deck that turns off at 2 hours in.
Well, and I think this is a good time for you guys as parents to potentially weigh in and be like, put parental controls on your kids' stuff to make them limit the screen time, potentially, whatever it happens to be.
Yep. Yeah,
for sure. And maybe parental controls on yourself, dude, because it's easy to just go ham.
Yeah, I know, right? You can set up your routers to like stop your connection to your PlayStation 5 at certain times and stuff like that.
I saw that on when I was setting up my router. I was like, what idiot would ever do this?
He says 5 years before he has to.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, just remember staying up late here and there is okay. The human body can handle that, but long-term sleep deprivation is like clinically proven to lead to anxiety, depression, and like correlated directly to high blood pressure, just like PickleMatt was saying. Like you will lose years off your life if you're not getting good rest. And then the other concept to remember is blue light, like trying to play games all night while staring at this bright object that produces blue light and then trying to immediately go lay down, you're also not getting good sleep if you're trying to like make that happen butted right up next to each other. Does your guys' monitors let you do blue light filter?
Oh no, I'm
Yes.
always on a red death screen.
But I also have these
You died.
fancy Harry Potter glasses.
Are those blue light glasses?
Yep, they're
You
blue
like
light
'em?
glasses. Yeah, I mean they're fine.
Yeah.
You
You look like an
and if
idiot,
it,
but
well, yeah, of course. The glasses
Damn.
don't change that. But if it allows me to sleep better, you know, whatever. The thing I will say about them is wearing headphones with them gets old after, you know, a couple hours because they're just kind of pressed into your nugget, which is another thing to be like, hey, maybe it's time to just take a break and go take the dog on a walk or something.
It's weird these signals your body will send to your brain.
Yeah, right.
You are uncomfortable. Get off of that chair for 4 hours.
Yeah.
the thing you're currently doing is not good for you. Yeah, screw that. Yeah, I've been meaning to look into some blue light glasses. I think that'd probably be good, especially with getting into this animation stuff, because it's like I'm looking at a computer screen nonstop. But
Yeah.
well, cool. Any other recommendations you have for sleep and gaming, boys? Play boring games, maybe. But do you ever remember doing like a World of Warcraft dungeon and just like autopiloting and kind of falling asleep while you're playing it? Do you ever do that?
That's a Destiny raid. That was a recent Destiny raid.
Yeah, I don't know that I was ever. I'm sure there were times like
Yeah.
late where I was dozing off.
My buddy Will Zaris, you guys know him. He was
Yeah.
famous for that. Like we'd go over to his house when we were at the academy because his parents lived in the Springs, and we'd be like, "All right, let's go to the basement and do a WoW dungeon." And it's like midnight, and he's like falling asleep. I'm like, "Why don't you just go to bed, dude?" Like, "Oh no, we're good." So funny. All right, let's get into a couple more topics. Physical fitness. If you're just gaming and being sedentary all day long, and let's say your day job is also sitting at a computer and doing stuff, creating, you got to work out or do something physical, or else you're gonna. It's not about like being in shape. It's about like being healthy and letting your heart do something more than push blood from the lower parts of your body to the brain. Sometimes, like you're gonna suffer if you're not doing some sort of physical activity. So if you don't like working out, PickleMatt, you're a VR guy. What are some of your suggestions for people who they're going to be gaming anyways? What can they do to get the body moving?
Yo, dog, Beat Saber, let me tell you, when you get good at that game, you will be sweating.
Yeah.
And your heart rate will, and not only that, you can incorporate your own little flair to all the Beat Saber you're doing and make it into like a nice little dance. And dancing is a great way to burn some calories, get that heart rate up. But yeah, Beat Saber is a good one. There's also, I actually tried the free demo of a fitness game that they had. It was, there's a boxing game in there, and I love boxing. But it was actually like a really solid workout. Like the hard setting was actually getting me almost too tired to like finish the level. But they do have workout, and the whole time I was having a whole lot of fun too. And it wasn't just because it was like I don't really love physical activity or love running or anything like that, but it was actually a lot of fun. So that could be one thing you look into if you have VR at least.
Nice. There is a mod out there for Steam VR headsets, Steam capable, that you can wear the headset while you're on a stationary bike, and it creates a game out of the like act of riding a bike. Kind of cool.
Oh, that's really cool. Actually, that's a good point. If you're a really snobby rich person, the Peloton just added a game mode, so you can play video games on your Peloton now via.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun. It's like Guitar Hero, but yeah, cool. I used to do this when I was at the academy. Every time I would die in like a competitive game, like Heroes of the Storm or something, I would, instead of getting toxic and flaming at my teammates, I would just do 10 push-ups while I'm respawning. Here's a good one.
Yeah, that's good. Do you remember when we worked at Best Buy, Stroke? The Wii Fit, man.
Wii
Everybody was
Fit,
doing it.
baby.
Everybody was buying it and probably not using it.
Yeah, the yoga. There it is.
Yeah.
But at a bare minimum, guys, just get up and move around or get a standing desk or something, because like that kind of stuff can kill you if you're not moving around. It's very bad for you. Cool. Swift, you got anything on that?
No, well, the only thing I was going to say is talking about VR, I feel like there's a lot of, and I see like ads on Instagram, but I feel like that's kind of like if you don't like going to the gym, I feel like that's kind of the trend anyways, as far as like there's boxing apps out there where you watch a screen and you just hit a bag, based off the screen. So it's not
Right.
quite VR, but it's it's the same concept. And I feel like that's kind of where a lot of people are kind of turning for their fitness, because they don't like going to the gym and doing, 50 deadlifts or whatever it happens to be.
Yeah. Oh, there's one I was going to tell you guys about. Have you tried Ring Fit on the Wii or on the Switch?
No,
No.
not yet.
Okay, you guys, you talk. I want to go get it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Did you ever do the Wii Fit on the balance board and stuff?
I don't think so. I think I had it on the Wii, but I don't know that I ever really dove into it.
They really tried hard to do everything, but really I feel like the only Wii games that really got me moving were the Wii Sports. Remember
Yeah.
doing the tennis and waving your
Right.
arms around and stuff?
Yeah. I remember playing the tennis, but the the sad thing is I could sit on my couch and just do this.
Oh, I know. You can do that with Beat Saber too. You can be
Yeah.
sitting there the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can cheese Beat Saber. Crizo, thanks for following. That's awesome. That's 50. We've done it. We are now officially Twitch affiliates. But anyways, we were just talking about fitness games. Okay, so Ring Fit is this cool thing that they came out with for the Switch, and this is like a resistance thing. Like this takes a pretty good amount of pressure to squeeze this together. And you put the Joy-Con into this thing up at the top. See if I can make
For
it
all
work.
for all our listeners and not watchers, a little hard to describe, but
it's a ring.
Literally
and the
a ring.
Is now
and the Joy-Con
connected to the ring.
So the Joy-Con can tell when it's like moving, right? And so it's not a VR game, obviously, because it's Switch, but you jog in place. Oh, you also attach one of the other Joy-Cons to one of your legs, so it knows like when you're running. So you jog in place, right? And then it's almost like Guitar Hero, but you see this little dude running that you're the guy, and you'll come up to certain things and you'll have to like rotate the ring, and then you can shoot fireballs out of your hands by squeezing the thing together, and it does it at like certain intervals as you're like jogging in place, and then it makes you jog faster, and then you're like doing this faster. And I just did the demo level, and I was literally pouring sweat like in my living room. This is an extremely good option, and it's only $50 if you have a Switch.
I think it's really interesting, but I also I can imagine where people go nuts on the Ring Fit, and I think when you squeeze that ring, you're probably only working like six muscle groups. So like you would see like a guy walking down the street with like the weirdest shaped muscles. Like, oh, but you must Ring Fit, dude.
It's got a couple of other like ways that you use it, but I haven't really figured it out. But yeah, there you have it. Ring Fit to stay fit, and One More Game podcast told you first.
There it is.
All right. Lastly, but not leastly, my least favorite thing about gamer culture is how it's become synonymous with like Doritos and Mountain Dew and terrible foods, energy drinks, all that. It's almost as bad as how everything that's marketed for gamers is like got red LEDs and cool black and red logoing, but cool. So don't eat garbage. Like you're already not doing stuff. You're sitting here for hours on end. Don't just fill your face with Twizzlers and sour gummy worms and Doritos and Mountain Dew and Monster Energy. Like you're gonna die.
Oh man, I gotta Taze, I'm gonna send
beer
you
and chicken,
a video.
the beer
You
and
got-
chicken tendies from Crizzo.
Yeah, well, that's totally legit. That's protein, and there's water in beer, so that's hydration.
Dude, I got
Yeah.
this targeted ad the other day on Instagram, or I think it was on Facebook. Taze, you got to pull this up, or Stroke, you got to pull this up eventually. But dude, the culture of gaming though, they love to connect those things, right? Because that's what gamers love. I remember, what was it? Mountain Dew. What was the Mountain Dew for the Halo 3 release?
It's like
You could like win.
literally flaming hot Cheeto Mountain Dew
Yeah.
or something
Well,
like that.
I remember for Halo 3 that like you could get codes, like Call of Duty, you can always get codes off Mountain Dew boxes
Oh yeah,
for
double
like
XP.
yeah, double XP and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was like I mean, there's literally a Mountain Dew product called Game Fuel. Like,
Yeah, that's what it was. It was the release of Game Fuel with Halo 3.
yeah.
And then even like Razer peripherals and PC accessories, they make an energy drink now. It's like
Yeah.
Refuel or something.
That's the big thing nowadays. G Fuel, Refuel, every company has a gamer focused drink out. They don't even call them
Yeah.
energy drinks nowadays. But yeah, come on. Like, this stuff is not good for you to be consuming. So,
Did you get that link I sent you on the Discord there?
let
You
me
gotta
pull
pull
it up.
this up for the video. When you're getting targeted ads like this, then you know you probably need to go touch some grass. Which is gamer. If you don't know that, it's
Alright,
gamer speak for you need to go outside, bro. Like
let me get in
some
here.
sun.
Turn the sound off. Oh, I love this.
Have you ever seen this? Did this pop up for anybody?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
I haven't seen it yet.
right.
I'll see.
Here you go. PickleMatt's targeted ads include the gaming chopsticks. This is-
Gaming chopsticks.
oh, I see. So you
And-
don't get your gaming gear dirty.
Yeah, man, you're just crunching away on those Cheetos, but like you're not getting no Cheeto dust on that Switch.
Very nice.
But it's awesome.
There's the gummy worms.
So
that
for
you
the
were talking
people
about.
listening on podcasts, it's just these chopsticks that are welded, just connected to your fingers, so that it looks like the poor man's idiot's Wolverine, basically, and you can chopstick Cheeto into your face, gull it without touching the Cheeto, and you can still be holding the mouse the whole time.
You don't want the actions per minute going down, but you need a Cheeto.
You need a
Gotta have that Cheeto.
That's right up there with the beer helmet, right? Where you can drink
Yeah.
drink Mountain Dew Game Fuel out of your helmet straw without having to do
Oh
anything.
my god. Yeah. I wish this whole gaming thing would go away. Gamers like to consume junk, but you know, most of America likes to consume junk, so what does it matter?
Yeah.
All right, long
Have
story
some-
short, guys, gaming's fun, but stay healthy, you know. There's
Yeah,
some cool
have some snacks set up for like some like peanuts or something and some cheese instead of just Cheetos and trash.
or like eat like meals. That's the hard
Yeah,
part
yeah,
for
that's
me.
it. Yeah.
Or that.
The hard part for me is like if I'm in a long gaming session, I'm like, oh, I'll just probably eat some, I don't know, cereal because it takes 5 seconds to make.
Crizzo
think
says,
that's-
but beer and chicken tendies. That's what I'm talking about, man. Well, especially if you're gaming until like midnight, like your body just starts naturally just craving like something to fuel it because your heart is like protesting.
I also think that's why companies like Uber Eats and DoorDash and all the things have gotten, like obviously it's convenient, but I don't think they would be where they are right now without the gaming community where they're sitting in front of their computer and don't want to take the time to go run to the store or whatever.
Right.
So they just DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever, whatever it is
I wonder
to
how many
get food
notes
delivered right to their door.
I wonder how many notes the drivers get. It says like leave at door, Destiny raid.
Yeah,
Can't get up.
Don't ring the doorbell. I'll get it eventually.
World's first. Please bring into my room and put on my desk. Don't talk to me.
Don't laugh at my chopsticks.
There it is. Oh yeah, other big one, guys. Make sure you're drinking water. That one's easy to forget when you're just sitting here because you're like, I don't need to hydrate because I'm not exerting myself at all. But hydrate.
Water is the essence of Mountain Dew. I consume that enough.
Cool. We're not telling you how to live your life, but we just like to see our fellow bonsai gamers out there healthy. Oh, speaking of bonsai gaming, you guys should join. If you want to join our little gaming Discord, you
Look at
can
that
reach out to
segue.
us at OMGpodcastGG@gmail.com, and we'll send you a link to our Discord. Love to have you in there. And Rizzo says, "Oh, we are hydrating. Don't you worry about that."
Oh, we should get. I need to bring home some pilot relief bags, some piddle packs.
There
They
you go.
when we fly in the F-16, that or any fighter jet, you can pee into this bag that basically turns your pee into Jello, and those would be perfect for those long gaming sessions, so you don't have to get up out of your chair.
PickleMatt just gave
Yeah.
you the best kept secret of fighter pilotdom that you can hold over the head of anyone who tries to act cool that they fly fighter jets is that we all pee sitting down and get some of it on us sometimes. Have it.
Love it.
So how many piddle packs do you fill up in a 8-hour sortie? 4?
Dude, the most I ever filled up. I think it was. I don't think it was you. I think it was OB who was my wingman that day. But we flew a 10 hour and like 7-minute sortie, and I filled up 10 piddle packs.
Oh my
Oh,
god! It was like running out of space in there.
Yeah, seriously.
Cool.
But I had my Camelback over my left shoulder, so I was just constantly drinking water.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why I don't do that while I'm gaming. Just put my Camelback on the back and just.
I'm telling you, man, the beer helmet.
yeah.
There it is. Cool. All right, guys. You ready to get into what we played this week?
Of course.
Yeah. After you drop the Bonsai Gaming Discord link for Crizzo, he's asking for the link.
Yeah, I'll get that to you. And check's in the mail. Yeah, I'll work on that. All right, let's get into what we played this week. PickleMatt. After I play this little jingle. Lead us off. What'd you get into these last 2 weeks?
Played a little bit more Elden Ring. I'm starting to slow down a little bit. I don't want to burn myself out, so I'm leaving that to kind of smaller play sessions. I'm currently leveled, I think 99, but working my way up there so I can defeat the last bosses. I got some HOTS in. I was actually ghosted by 3 Bonsai Gaming members separately this week. So Beetleborgs, you don't owe me an apology, but I would appreciate one. And then same with you two.
What do you mean? You
I'll
said
be
if
on-
you're not busy.
You guys said you were
Yeah.
getting on. You
No,
guys lied to
I
me.
never said
No,
that.
no.
Get out of here.
Anyway, you don't owe me an explanation, but I would appreciate it. Cool. And then played a little casual Fall Guys for funsies. Great game to pick up and play. I did try to install it on my Steam Deck. So what you got to do is kind of sideload some things and work some magic on the behind the scenes desktop mode. But it turns out I was using kind of an old one from a previous patch, so it did not work. But I think I'm gonna try again and get that thing on the Steam Deck to get my Epic launcher on there.
I wonder if Destiny will work on there.
Destiny on Steam, I think they say is I don't remember.
Well, but Destiny's also on Epic. So.
Yeah, that could be your workaround if it doesn't work on Steam. But there you go. I wouldn't want to play that competitively though with the Steam Deck controller. Anywho, I'm just not as good with the handheld controllers when I want to play competitive. And then finally, I played Played Up. This is a kind of a more indie game. It's a lot like Overcooked, if anybody's played Overcooked. So if you play multiplayer, this is a cooperative game where you're cooking food for people that's ordering food. A little bit more cartoony, a little bit more funny, just like Overcooked, but a little bit different there. You have like upgrades that you can do. I really enjoyed the demo. I don't think I'm going to buy it though, because I think it's most fun probably when played cooperatively. But if you guys want to check out Played Up, or if you want to play with me, hit me up on Bonsai Gaming Discord, and then I would purchase it if there's going to be other players looking to play cooperative.
Interesting. So it's kind of like Overcooked, or no?
It's almost I would say it's like 75% overcooked. There's just a little bit different game mechanics. At least that's what I saw from the demo.
Is it
But
four person?
I didn't see how many players you could do. I'll have
Okay.
to look it up. But
All right.
I did really enjoy Overcooked, especially on the Switch. But there's that. If
Cool.
you want a game that's going to make your marriage suffer, then Overcooked is a good one, especially if your wife doesn't like to play video games. You'll be screaming at them to chop onions.
Jen loves
And-
Overcooked.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, she's building a tall birdhouse in Dreamlight Valley for her.
dude. Me and Jen should party up and do some plate up. Then that'd be fun.
Yeah. For it. Cool.
Cool.
Swift.
That's all I played.
What'd you get after?
So same thing. I played a little bit Elden Ring. Dude, I know you guys are like wandering off and finding all these new bosses, but I feel like I went through that initial part of the map so fast that I haven't really explored beyond that, because I beat
Margit and
Godric the Grafted, and then I just realized like I hadn't really even like explored some of the initial map, so I've just been doing that and leveling up that way. Found a lot of random dungeons, which are always so fun to just kind of explore and figure it out as you go. I think I'm level 50 now, so getting up there, still really enjoying it. I mean, the game is amazing, it's beautiful, and can't wait to get back in there. Other than that, I played some HOTS. Same as ImPickleMatt. Played some Fall Guys actually today because we had some neighbors over to watch football and the kiddos wanted to play the Switch. So we played Mario Kart 8 first, and then some Fall Guys. And the kiddos didn't really understand Fall Guys and how it worked, so I had to show them how it went there after a couple of rounds, because they were just kind of wandering off and not really doing anything. But that game is fun to play. And then my obscure game of the week, I guess, is what we're calling it. I got into
Swift's obscure game of the week.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I played this game called Toem, available on PS Plus.
For free.
It is for free. Very interesting. It's essentially Pokemon Snap, but not Pokemon Snap. Bottom line, your whole goal of the adventure is to go out and take pictures of certain things in accordance with quests that you have to do, that you find through speaking to people through the world. It's black and white. It's really, like, honestly, it's quite weird. There's no tutorial. They just kind of throw you into this world and they're like, here's a camera and here's some quests that you have to do. So you just kind of have to wander around and take pictures of specific things to hopefully get your quest done. It's really fun, honestly. It's super like therapeutic. You know, it's not like a high stress game or anything like that. You just kind of have to wander around and find cool things around the world and take pictures of them and show them to other people to complete quests, and that's that. I haven't gotten too far into it, but I did play it for about an hour on Saturday prior to lunch, and like I said, I think it's entertaining. It's fun. And there's not a whole lot of mechanics that you have to like master to play this game, which is nice if you're, looking for a chill game to either get you back into gaming, or you just don't have a ton of time. Just kind of wander around and take pictures of ladybugs and stuff.
The zoom and like focus mechanic is kind of cool.
It's very cool.
Nice. There you have it, folks. Swift recommended obscure game of the week, which is rare because he usually tells you to not play these bad Johnnies.
Yeah.
Nice. That looks actually kind of cool.
Yeah. And like I said, available for free if you have a PS Plus subscription.
Very nice. All right, I'll get into my stuff real quick before we head out. I have been playing some Destiny because I'm back in it, baby. Season 18, something like that. Season of the Plunder. It's pirate themed. You're going from ship to ship, plundering and looting and getting that booty. Having a great time. Arc 3.0 is a ton of fun. Makes you feel super fast and invincible. Yeah, I'm just grinding my way up. I think I'm light level 50. 1575. Is that right? I don't know. Something like that. Great game. And you guys need to get in there so we can get all the raids done. We need to do all of them. Because they're
All of them.
They're a great time. Except for the one that we failed at miserably. But anyways. I was playing a decent amount of Horizon Zero Dawn on my PlayStation Plus subscription.
Have you come around to the story on that one?
Yeah, I think it's good. I will say I know it's an older PlayStation 4 game, but the dialogue conversation like animation
Yeah, Swift talked about that.
is not good.
It's so
bad.
brutal.
It is bad.
Oh.
Let's just say it, it's bad. For PlayStation 4, it was bad.
Which is so weird because some of the graphics and stuff in there are so good. Like it was raining, and I like rotated the camera, and what's her name? Aloy.
Aloy, yeah.
She starts like looking up and like reacting to the fact that it's raining and like putting her hand out and like feeling that. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I've never seen that in a game. And then the conversations are like,
yeah, the mouths don't move appropriately. Oh, it's so brutal.
oh, it's hard. I hope that I'm assuming the newer one looks a lot better in that aspect, but who knows? Still cool. I have seen nothing bigger than the horse NPC or monster yet, so I'm excited to see like the massive.
Wait, what?
Robot dinosaurs.
Have you done the trial?
No.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to mention.
Say.
I have been playing this with Amelia. Because Jen and Liam were out of town, and so she was like, "Can we play a game?" And I'm like, "Okay, what do you want to play?" And she like was just looking at the little tiles on the screen. And she's like, "I want to play that one with the girl." And I was like, "Okay." She's 3, so like, and then of course she has a dominating personality, so she like takes the controller. She's like, "I want to play," and her hands are not even big enough to reach the 2 joysticks, so she's just kind of like. So we were playing at a very, very, very slow pace with that going on. Yeah, I'm excited to get more into that. Dreamlight Valley, I tried earlier today for about an hour. I got through the initial.
What is that? Okay, I have to ask. What is that on for everybody?
It's on Xbox for sure and Game Pass. I don't know what else.
So it's through Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. I want to say it's on everything. I think it's on everything, but
okay.
Disney Dreamlight Valley is on everything. Nintendo Switch, Windows, Xbox, Epic Games, Steam, PlayStation, and coming soon to the App Store.
Okay.
Cool. So far, it's nothing but me pressing A, but Jen is literally creating our house in this game.
Jen's just thriving in there.
Yeah, she's living her best life. And
she could meet up with her Dreamlight or her Disney clients in that game.
Yeah,
just join you in your house.
Yeah, it looks really good. So if you're a Disney fan or you like Animal Crossing, this game is a home run. But so far, that's all I got for you. Crizo says he's got to run, but thanks for swinging by, dude. And let's see. Lastly, I not necessarily played a game, but I got to tell you guys this because this is exciting, at least for the listeners. Because of this podcast, me and another Bonsai Gaming member are video game trivia pub champions. We also scored a perfect score in the Xbox round. All because of the information we covered on the I think they got their quiz questions from our podcast episode. That's the only way, because the questions were straight out of what we talked about. I was laughing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Who introduced the Xbox? Dwayne The Rock Johnson or John Cena?
Yeah. It was a good time, and we got free beer out of it, so pretty cool. But yeah, my plans this week, I do want to try Inscription, because a lot of people have been asking about that. And
Ooh,
yeah.
I'll try that too then.
Yeah,
I wanted to get into that.
Let's give that a go. And then Swift, I just realized for some reason I was looking at my Xbox app on my computer, but I have Unpacking somehow installed, so I'm gonna try Unpacking.
Oh,
Get
nice,
a little zen
dude.
going,
I
baby.
get a little zen going.
Dude,
Find the right spot for the toilet paper. You know?
Yeah.
I'm moved for real.
Make sure you
in a
put it
month,
on
so
the
maybe I
correct
should
way.
practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we first moved into our first house, living together, Jen put the toilet paper on the other way, and I said, "Oh, this is never gonna work."
That's not how this is gonna happen.
She's like, "Oh, come on, it's an accident." All right, there you have it. That's what we all played this week. Chat, listeners, let us know what you're playing. We'd love to hear from you guys as to the big games in your lives right now, and see if we're missing out on something cool. So, OMG_podcastGG on Twitter and Instagram. Let us know, and we'd be happy to check it out. All right, guys, that's basically going to wrap up our episode for the week. But before we go, I'm going to ask these boys one more time around the room. What do you got for our listeners? Swift.
Stab, go first.
For your health and gaming, we talked about a lot of good things, but there's one thing that goes back to a previous episode. If you're punching a wall because you're frustrated at a game, it's also bad for your health. So I do know a person that sprained his wrist by punching a wall after he was killed in Halo for like the 7th time in a row. So again, your blood pressure is going to get up. Do some deep breathing, meditation exercises or something, but don't punch a wall because you probably break your wrist. That's all I got.
Swift.
I'm always underprepared for this part, but yeah, I mean, I pile on to what PickleMatt talked about, and what we talked about through kind of the entirety of the major topic of the week. But I know it's easy to get sucked into a game because I do it as well. We all do, right? But take time for yourself and your family. And we didn't talk about mental health this episode, but we have covered it previously. But make sure that it's not affecting you or your family negatively. And if it is, then it's probably time to stop and go to the gym or go on a run or something. Find something else. Yeah, find something else to take up at least an hour of your time prior to coming back and proverbially banging your nugget on the wall again.
Nice. Very nice. There you have it. And I'll leave you with this thought. Now I'm pulling a Swift. Fingers, butthole.
Elden Ring, baby.
All right, and there you have it.
No, but seriously, if you are feeling any pains when you're playing video games, stop doing that. Yeah, especially back and neck stuff, because that's lifelong stuff that you're not going to want to deal with. So get that stuff worked out. Try to sit with good posture. The worst thing that I always do is I have always one leg up on the other leg. You know what I mean? Like I'm resting my ankle on my knee right now.
Yeah.
And that's putting like a sideways torsion on my everything. So I'm just all jacked. Do what I say, not as I do. And with that, we'll go around the room and let you know that you can follow us at OMG_podcastGG on Twitter and Instagram. And big news for me, I also made Twitch affiliate recently, and I've got 2 subscribers, one of which is staring at me in this podcast. Thank you for the support out there, and I will be getting more into, maybe I have 3. I'll be getting more streaming done here in the near future.
What is this subscriber thing?
Yeah, you just give me money. It's cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
So you can find me at twitch.tv/the__stroke. And hopefully someday the guy that owns the stroke tag on Twitch will respond to me because he's been inactive for 4 years and I want the name. So please respond. Cool. You can also find Swift streaming from time to time at twitch.tv/Swiftmida, and PickleMatt likes to stream games as well. Twitch.tv/ImPickleMatt. You can find our episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and also at OMGpodcast.podbean.com or anywhere else you like to find some podcasts. Join us every Saturday night right here at twitch.tv/OMGpodcast.
Sunday night.
Sunday
Sunday
night. We might have to change that now that football's back, boys. But anyways.
Yeah.
I just looked and
Sunday.
saw that my Cowboys only scored 3 points, so I don't even have to watch the game. Cool.
Nice.
Cool. Other than that, you can also find us actually on this Saturday, streaming on this channel, twitch.tv/OMGpodcast, playing Heroes of the Storm for Bonsai Gaming, picking up our first win of the season. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. And as always, just because you have to grow up doesn't mean you have to stop playing. Game on, gamers, and we'll see you next week on One More Game. Swift, PickleMatt, see ya!
See ya.
See ya.